against the Bills after a Week 17 thumping that knocked Miami out of the playoffs. Meanwhile, Buffalo's won the last 5 in the series. It's AFC East football, and it's next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Josh Allen of the Bills, Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And some room to work. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Gaskin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Bills for their first goal on offense, led by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Now in his 4th season, it's Josh Allen.
It's got to feel great for the Bills franchise to know that they're set up for the future with number 17 at the helm. They don't have to worry about draft choices. They don't have to worry about free agency. They have their quarterback. And the passing attack as a team, second only to the Chiefs in 2020. And how about Josh Allen? Guided the Bills to their first playoff win since 1995 last season. And his completion percentage in the last 3 years has gone from roughly 53% to 69% last season.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Now, Charles, we take a peek there at the recent draft class, and this definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections.
From the 27, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in? A good call there by Sean McDermott to throw the flag. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Allen off the play fake. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Miami set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Rolling to his right. Going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Tua sets up to pass it. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tua now on first down. Being chased out left. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on, come get some. Slam. Chips in.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he could make a play just as he did there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taken in at the 3. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Throwing now is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Right back to Singletary on second down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Waddle on the jet sweep. Fighting him off. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The end result, 21 yards.
Miami's receivers have the 2nd fewest yards of any receiving group in 2020 and the fewest yards in run after catch as well. Jalen Waddle, he might solve both of those problems. Taking 6th overall, he picks up a 1st down right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Another run with Gaskin. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Dancing to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd down and 7. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And on an RPO, everything happens so fast, and as a defender, you can't get stuck trying to figure out what's going on. That time he had it figured out in a flash, and he was able to make a beeline to the receiver and make the play.
Tua going to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Allen now looks to throw. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Allen. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Miami's offense set and ready to go. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after after him right here. I would put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown! Devin Singletary. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting.